Stay hydrated as always, guys. And today we are checking out the brand new Benchmade Mini Adamas. This thing is a complete tank. Let's get it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Minimalist. My name is Brandon, and today we are checking out the brand new 273 Mini Adamas from Benchmade. I've had this knife for about 2 months now, and I think I'm ready to give you guys my full impressions in this video. Now, we're not going to talk about all the specs and nitty-gritty details. I will leave that in the description below so you guys can check that at any time during this video. What we're going to be talking about is the new Mini Adamas, what I feel are the strong points of this knife, who it's for, and is it worth the money? I wanted to give a huge shout out to Benchmade for sending out this knife for review. I really appreciate it. Now, Benchmade has never paid me, so they know that this is going to be an open and honest review. Now, let's just jump right into it. The brand new Benchmade Mini Adamas. You've got olive green G10 scales with a flat earth, I believe, Cerakoted finish blade, and then some gnarly steel liners in between. This guy is operating off of the axis lock, and Benchmade has manufactured this knife with CPM crewwear steel. And I think that's going to be one of the big selling points of this knife. So CPM crewwear steel is kind of what sets this specific knife apart from the other knives in Benchmade's lineup. They typically go with S90V, S30V. We've seen M390 in the past, but I haven't seen another knife made with CPM crewwear steel. Now, crewwear steel is considered a super steel, so if you're going to be beating on your knife all day, every day, this is kind of the range that you'd be wanting to look for. It's not as corrosion resistant as M390, but it is going to be a lot more corrosion resistant than a high carbon steel like 1095. Just make sure that you go pick up some blue lube, wipe off the blade if it ever does get wet, and then you can avoid those rust spots. So what have I done with this knife since the 2 months I have had it? I've brought this down camping in Moab, Utah. So every single cutting task down there, this was the primary knife. So for example, if I was cutting open a bundle of wood, if I needed to split some wood, if I was cooking, I was using this knife as well. And then also, of course, carving around the campfire. This thing was just really fun to use. It was super dirty. It had stuff everywhere, red rock and everything. Took it apart, maintenanced it, and then stropped it. And it looks like it's still brand new, which is absolutely incredible. So let's talk about the strong points of the Mini Adamas. Aesthetically, this thing looks fantastic. This is the first knife that I've owned that is in this specific colorway, so I can really appreciate that. And something that I've always loved about Benchmade is they really do account for the ergonomic lines as well as the aesthetic lines. It is a really damn sexy knife. I would rate this a solid 9.5 out of 10 in terms of aesthetics. The strong suit of this knife is going to be the ergonomics, guys. Benchmade engineered this Mini Adamas with a bunch of jimping. I'm normally not one to enjoy a lot of jimping. You'll see jimping here on the top of the blade, here on the spine of the handle, as well as the lower portion on the top side. And then in addition to more jimping here on the bottom finger choil and then here on the back side bottom as well. So when you go to grip this thing, it feels like a really tanky knife. It's not a really thin knife. To give you guys an example, here it is next to the Benchmade bug out. Here they are deployed, but it feels great. Now, Benchmade has marketed this knife to be a mini variant, and to be honest with you guys, this does not feel like a small knife whatsoever. It more so feels like a full-size EDC knife, if I'm being honest. And that is completely okay with me. In terms of size, this is perfect. It's going to be right there next to the Benchmade bug out, the bailout, the mini super freak, and then just in that standard class. So I have a big statement to make on the Mini Adamas. I believe that this is a runner-up for the best knife of 2021 on my list at the moment. And that's super surprising because when Benchmade launched this knife, I wasn't super hyped about it. But once I got it in my hands and started carrying it, this thing was just fantastic to use. Like, honestly, guys, these thumb studs are very unique. The ergonomics are just absolutely fantastic. They went with a really badass colorway. and this knife feels very overbuilt. So if you guys have carried a Benchmade bug out, you know, this thing is definitely for EDC use, and it doesn't feel like you can really hard use the bug out. Whereas with the Mini Adamas, that crewwear steel, it just feels like it can go through anything and then keep on going from there. I believe this knife is suited for everyone. If you want a really reliable, solid knife that's going to be able to perform, or if you're someone in construction, if you need to wear gloves in your job duty, then this is still going to be a really great knife to use because of all that jimping that they've got, as well as that modified thumb stud. Is it worth 200 to 250 bucks? I give it an A+ stamp, definitely. The Mini Adamas is one of my most favorite Benchmade knives now, and I am not afraid to say that. Guys, I will leave a link in the description below so you can go pick this up at bladeops.com if you are interested. Guys, I do know that I keep my videos very positive, and it may feel like that I'm trying to sell you this knife, but it is honestly a really solid knife. Normally, I'll address my negatives towards a specific product, and this one doesn't really have any. You guys are gonna absolutely love it when you get it in hands, I promise you that. But there you guys go, the brand new Benchmade Mini Adamas, a fantastic knife. If you guys enjoyed this knife content and would like to see more EDC content, feel free to hit that subscribe button and then ring that bell icon so you know when that next video is live. Thank you guys so much for dropping by today, and I guess we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.